Let's go to the other big story, because in my home state of Maharashtra, the Shiv Sena's Sanjay Raut has stirred a massive controversy. This after over the weekend he said voting rights of Muslims should be revoked. Now there is a strong counter to it, and it is coming ironically from the AIMIM president and MP Asauddin Owaisi, who himself in the past has been accused of stirring a communal divide. He wants the Prime Minister to intervene and the government to clear its stand on Sanjay Raut's statement. The Congress and NCP are also gunning for Raut. They want him to be booked for hate speech and stripped of his Rajya Sabha status. The BJP distancing itself from Raut. The big question, should legal action be taken against Sanjay Raut? That's what we are asking. Can he be allowed to get away with what has happened? Joining me now, Manisha Kayande, she is the spokesperson of the Shiv Sena, Asauddin Owaisi, the MP and President of the All India Majlis-e-Ittehadul Muslimin, and Dr. Sambit Patra, the national spokesperson of the BJP. So I'm joined by all three representatives from the BJP, Sambit Patra, by Asauddin Owaisi, and by Manisha Kayande. I appreciate all of you joining us here on my other talking point tonight. Asauddin Owaisi, you want the Prime Minister to intervene. Your rivals could well turn around and say, Mr. Owaisi, you yourself have much, or your party has also in the past made communal appeals. So why are you singling out Sanjay Raut? How are you any different when you say Islam khatre mein hai? Okay, we will come to you, Mr. Owaisi, in a minute. There's some problem with your line, but Sambit Patra, you want to first clarify your position on what Sanjay Raut said?
Rajdeep, the irony is, I am the party least concerned with this whole thing, and yet I have to clarify first, in the sense that I am the innocent bystander over here, and definitely would react by saying that what Mr. Narendra Modi and what the party has been constantly saying, that the constitution of the country is the most sacrosanct document of the country, and whatever is written in the constitution of the country has to be imbibed by one and all. And as the custodian of the government, as the guardian of the, as the government, we are the custodian of the constitution. We are the guardian of the fact that governance has to be done. And as such,
are you distancing yourself?
Yes.
No, I want to know very clearly.
Yes, very clearly.
Why don't you condemn him? Why don't you condemn Mr. Raut and say Mr. Raut should apologize for making a statement? Why am I not seeing a stronger statement from him? I will flash the moment. I want a news flash at the moment. At the moment, I need to know where the BJP stands on this issue of your ally making a statement of this extent, someone who's a member of parliament.
Rajdeep, more important than your news flash is the fact that our intention is absolutely clear, and that's the reason as to why we have distanced ourselves from the statement saying that no one can question what is laid in the constitution of the country. Does not that amount to a strong statement?
Okay, so my news flash from the BJP that I'm going to put on air is that that Mr. Raut has no reason to believe that he is above the constitution. You are, in that sense, you're saying distancing yourself. Asauddin Owaisi, I hope you can now hear me. You have called for the Prime Minister's intervention. People will say, who is Asauddin Owaisi to call for the Prime Minister's intervention on this issue when you and your party, particularly your brother Akbaruddin, has been accused of making similarly communally incendiary comments like Islam khatre mein hai?
Rajdeep, this has become your favorite dialogue. Whenever you have to ask me a question, Akbar and Islam khatre mein has to come.
Islam he's your member of your party. Just like Raut is a member of Shiv Sena, he's a member of AIMIM.
No. Rajdeep, Islam khatre mein nahi hai, and Akbar had gone to prison, had come out on bail. My question over here is that about the I've just joined you and heard the last comments of the BJP spokesperson. I'm really surprised that Shiv Sena is sharing cabinet space with Mr. Modi. Shiv Sena is sharing cabinet space in Maharashtra, and Mr. Sanjay, whatever his name is, he is not a fringe element. He is the main element, and he speaks and he quotes what his late leader has said. So BJP cannot wash its hands by saying, oh, we have nothing to do with it. These people are part and parcel with you. You are sharing power with them. And Rajdeep, please understand that this statement has come within 24 hours of what the Prime Minister has said in France in his UNESCO headquarters address. And in last 10 months, we have seen this facade of Prime Minister saying something, and his foot soldiers are saying something. His allies are saying something. So this sort of facade is continuing, which helps the BJP to keep their
you did not answer my question.
Happy.
You did not answer my question. There will be those who will say that the politics that you represent is leading to the politics that Sanjay Raut represents and vice versa. You are becoming two sides of the same coin. Please tell me, how are you and your party different from Sanjay Raut? When your brother, as I repeat, says Islam khatre mein hai and therefore you must vote for the AIMIM, you are also making an appeal on the grounds of religion.
Rajdeep, please allow me to answer your question.
Yes.
And that is, your research team is not doing their work properly. I have addressed two meetings in Bandra East by-election.
Yes.
Akbar has addressed 4 meetings.
Yes.
We have jointly addressed 44 public meetings during the Maharashtra, your home state election. Kindly show me one EC notice. Kindly show me one police case which has been booked against us. Kindly give me an example wherein our opponents have gone and said this place,
Sir,
this time he has said this.
On 22nd December 2012,
no.
addressing a rally in Adilabad, your brother Akbaruddin said 25 crore Indian Muslims need only 15 minutes without the police to show 100 crore Hindus who is more powerful. Now, what kind of statement was that? I am asking the larger question. Are you and the Shiv Sena now in Maharashtra and in several parts of the country, possibly in the future, simply becoming mirror images of each other? How are you different? How are you different to Shiv Sena?
We are much different than Shiv Sena, and please don't demean me by comparing me to a party which believes in the establishment of Hindu Rashtra. I don't believe in the establishment of any religion-specific country India being converted into. I believe that India celebrates all the religion. Which BJP and Shiv Sena, that is the core ideology, which right now they have conveniently forgotten. But
just a minute, Sambit. Let me bring in Manisha Kayande for a moment. Manisha, as the Shiv Sena spokesperson here today, I want to know, are you willing at least to apologize on behalf of Sanjay Raut today? Are you willing to say that Sanjay Raut has violated the constitution of the country? Even the BJP is admitting it today on my program. Nobody is above the constitution.
Not at all. Not at all.
You will not apologize?
I think none of you have read the article word by word.
I have read it. I know Marathi, ma'am.
Printed in Marathi. Let the other participants in the show, has Mr. Owaisi read the article in Marathi, and it clearly states about how the vote bank politics in India, how the so-called secular parties have used the Muslims. When did Shiv Sena ever say?
Manisha ji, can I read out the article?
Rajdeep,
I'll read it out. No, 1 minute. You have challenged me, I will read it out. I will translate it and read it out. This is it. In elections, some want a Muslim candidate, others don't. Muslims will not be on the path of development if they are numeric. Just a minute, madam.
You are reading only one line.
No, I am reading the whole thing. If their numerical strength continues to be misused by political parties. 1 minute, madam. Muslims have no future in this country if there is going to be petty politics over their voting power. Bala Saheb Thackeray had made a demand that Muslims should be stripped of their voting rights. This is an appropriate demand. The mask of secularists will come up if Muslims are disenfranchised. Muslims should take the initiative. What is this? What are you saying?
I think the answer lies there. The article very much says that just imagine a situation. If the Muslims did not have a voting right, would these so-called political parties, the Congress and the others unlike AIMIM, what would they have done? They wouldn't have gone to the
Madam, by you aren't you in a sense labeling an entire community?
First of all, I object. 1 minute. First of all, I object to Rajdeep. Your statement, don't equate us with the AIMIM.
How are you different? I asked the same question to Asad. How are you different?
We never say that we will, finish the Muslims. It is the AIMIM which says, it's talking of the genocide of the Hindus.
You have also spoken for a Hindu Rashtra, but I will, okay ma'am, you say you are different, but
the country is Hindustan.
Remember, the country may be Hindustan, but the country also has people of every religion who live in this country, and everyone has equal rights as per our constitution.
Has the party written to the EC Has the party written to the EC that remove the voting rights? Has the party written to any parliament? I think you are just making a big hue and cry.
I am sorry.
The article.
I am not making a hue and cry. This is not the way a public figure should be speaking in my view. But Sambit Patra, let me bring him in. Manisha ji, 1 minute.
Today Anupam Kher has spoken. One sec. Today Anupam Kher has spoken about the Kashmiri Pandits. Why doesn't your show speak about that?
I am very clear in my mind, ma'am. If you speak the language of hatred against another community, you are violating the constitution. Effectively, the manner in which Sanjay Raut has written this article is hate speech in my view. You may disagree with it, but Sambit Patra also for once seems to agree with me. Sambit Patra, just a minute.
Understand the overall.
Okay, ma'am. Sambit Patra ji, please tell me, how long is this going to continue? Where some leader, one day it is Sakshi Maharaj, your own leader, today BJP MP has supported what Raut is saying. How long are you going to continue this trapeze act of yours? That the Prime Minister says we are a multi-religious society, I have equal respect, and one MP from your party, one ally of your party keeps talking this language. And then you will blame me in the media for publicizing them. I didn't ask Sanjay Raut to write this article.
Oh, precisely. But Rajdeep, I would say, rather than you asking us as to how long...
Mr. Owaisi
Manisha ji, please let Sambit Patra respond. Please, just a minute.
Rajdeep, what I mean to say is you have just asked me a question that for how long a few members would be making such kind of comments.
Yes.
I would say, with all humility at my disposal, with all respect to you and others as well, for how long you would be looking into such kind of statement by individual, and how long you would not be seeing the good work that is being done by the Prime Minister,
because
the
they
Cabinet and the
Prime Minister's good work. Statements like this are sending out the wrong message.
Rajdeep, I guarantee you, and you also would realize, if you look into your heart, that none of these statements, I mean, I'm not saying Sanjay Raut's statement, one statement here or one statement there, is not going to undermine the good work, and we have always denounced these statements, that we do not stand by these statements. These are not the ideology of the party. This is not the thought process of party. And the thought process of the party is reflected by the kind of good work that our Prime Minister, along with his colleague, is doing in the foreign country right now. We are seeing the kind of investment that we are getting. Mr. Owaisi has a selective problem of seeing things. He is playing into his politics. So why are we falling into the trap that Mr. Owaisi wants us to fall into?
Owaisi ji, respond.
Mr. Sambit Patra, नाच ना जाने तो आंगन टेढ़ा. Your own allies are speaking in the language for converting India into Hindu Rashtra. I am not saying this. Your own MPs are day in, day out are saying this. I only want to ask one question. Is your Prime Minister so weak that he cannot tell all these jokers to shut up?
First retract your word when you say that he is my Prime Minister. No.
Sambit, you must allow me to complete.
Mr. Owaisi, the nation is watching. You cannot call Mr. Modi as my Prime Minister. You are a member of Parliament. He's your Prime Minister. He's every Indian's Prime Minister. Retract.
One by one, please.
Please allow.
Retract your sentence. You are a parliamentarian. You cannot say
let
your
him
Prime
speak,
Minister, Mr. Owaisi.
Sambit, let him speak.
Rajdeep, this is a very important channel. The world is watching a parliamentarian calling the Prime Minister your Prime Minister. Why? Does he think that he belongs to a nation apart from India? That he is my Prime Minister and he is not his Prime Minister? What kind of statement is this from a parliamentarian?
Just a minute. Let me not derail this debate into who says what as to who's Prime Minister. Asauddin Owaisi, respond to the point which Sambit Patra is making, that in your focus on Sanjay Raut, you are in your own way trying to create this Muslim versus Hindu vote bank, and in his view are forgetting the good work being done by Narendra Modi.
Rajdeep, if these sorts of statements emanates from the allies and the members of Parliament of BJP, and very recently a statement was made by the Advocate General of Maharashtra that everything else will be banned, you are asking for what? Foreign investment. You are going to a country you cannot... Hello?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead. Please go ahead. Okay, the line is unfortunately getting cut again and again, but Manisha, I'm going to give you a final word. Am I going to see an apology in the next few days or not? Quick, short response. Am I going to see an apology?
We have not committed a mistake. We have not committed any crime.
You don't think
what is the problem?
you don't think your leader has gone against the penal code of this country, section 153A? He has not tried to create a divide between communities.
Have we written to the election commission? Have we written to the election commission? Have we spoken in the parliament? It is an article which
Madam, an article which is read by thousands and lakhs of people.
Yes, so we need to educate thousands and lakhs.
For God's sake, don't defend these kind of comments, ma'am, on my show today. Why are you doing it?
You are equating, I am highly objecting to your statement that you are equating the AIMIM with Shiv Sena. Shiv Sena is an organized party. Shiv Sena has got many Muslim followers, and AIMIM is a party which is poisoning the ears of Muslim youth, and they want them to remain downtrodden and in the bay of poverty.
You know, that's what your point.
Mr. Owaisi on the show.
Mr. Owaisi, you want to make a point. My line got cut. You wanted to respond to Sambit Patra. Respond quickly.
Rajdeep, one question to you.
Yes.
Why don't you speak about Anupam Kher talking about the Kashmiri Pandits?
He is entitled to talk for a community. It's when people use that to target another community. My problem with Mr. Raut is he has used what has been said to target another community, and that is unacceptable, I believe, in the constitution of this country. Quick final responses from you, Asad and Sambit Patra, 30 seconds each. First you, Asaduddin Owaisi, quick, and then Sambit, final word.
Rajdeep, I have just heard the Shiv Sena madam saying something keeping in bay of poverty. Please, madam, please understand that why did your government
what have you done for the Muslim brothers? You are only poisoning the ears.
To what I am saying?
You are only poisoning the ears of your Muslim youth.
I challenge you to please come to Hyderabad. Be my guest. I'll show you what kind of work I am doing, and you will go back embarrassed with the work I am done. I am asking you a pointed question. Why is it that you are allowing reservation for Marathas and not for Muslims when the Mumbai High Court has not given a stay? Why is it that you have made lakhs of Muslims jobless by imposing beat ban? Why is it that you are not talking about the agrarian crisis in Maharashtra where farmers are committing suicide?
Okay, I'm going to, now it's becoming non-stop. I'm asking my producer to stop it there and give Sambit the final word. Please stop both Manisha and Asad now, and final word, because otherwise the viewer can't hear. Final word, Sambit Patra. I'm giving you a final word today.
Mr. Owaisi, can you be quiet for a while? With due respect, I say this. Mr. Owaisi,
this is my constitutional right.
Mr. Owaisi, before all these lectures, I think you should also look into your heart. Today, in this debate, leave aside anything else. Today, in this debate, you being a parliamentarian, you call the Prime Minister your Prime Minister, not your Prime Minister. I mean, this shows the hidden intent that you have within your heart. Is it a divisive intent? If it is so, you should apologize immediately. Rather than asking others to apologize, you should you should not be laughing on this. Mr. Owaisi, you should not be laughing on this serious issue. Where you address Mr. Modi as your Prime Minister.
I'm very sorry that a debate which was about the law has now become about my and your Prime Minister.
Yes,
that was not what I had intended to do. I wanted to know whether Sanjay Raut legal action should be taken. I'm going to leave it there. I'm afraid I have to stop. Thank you very much to my panelists for joining us. My take. And I think it's important to recognize this. If Sanjay Raut cannot accept the fundamental rights guaranteed to the people by the Constitution, he has no right to be a people's representative. This isn't about Hindu versus Muslim. It's about a fundamental respect for the rule of law. All those who seek to divide communities should have no place in public life.